Also, if you're having issues with sleep,
Is there possibly a riptide for that?
I mean, really, the comment section, just have fun. Be nice to each other. Holy moly. Or don't. Or just be yourself and say something terrible, because there's plenty of you guys doing that too.
Walk away. 45 seconds
Just
writing out
walk away.
like, oh yeah, say that to me. I tell you what,
Yeah,
why don't you DM me your
no.
phone number, bud? Let's arrange this fight. The only thing that I've ever seen that can shift me from being in a negative headspace is doing positive things for other people. Science has explained why there's dragon lore all around the world. And they claim that that's because it is the most primordial fears combined into one creation. A serpent that flies and fire.
Yeah. Interesting. That actually ties back to the Apache, because their lore around creation and the devil, like it's specifically described as a dragon that comes to the first humans, Adam and Eve in this case, right? Okay. Or their iteration of them.
Right.
That is able to communicate with them, but yes, is a dragon that flies and spits fire.
Right.
Yeah.
So then to that, could these characters be a combination of all of the things that are scary in society nowadays or something along those lines? Like, I don't want to say civilized society. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, though, is like, yes, massively different society compared to when the Apache were, creating their religion, or when, during the Middle Ages when they talked about dragons and stuff like that. So I could see that might be an explanation. Mm-hmm. As humans, we now see a lot more humans. And so our fears are no longer based in reptiles and surviving fire and stuff like that. Now it's people are evil and they're dark entities, etc. And so we place that type of commonalities, but it's just so specific. And like hats,
oddly specific.
The man in the hat.
The man in the hat. And that one is very oddly specific.
Right.
Everybody describes the exact same character. Okay, well, it's a silhouette, so that's easy to do. Yeah, at the same time, I mean,
why is he not a fat man in a hat?
No.
Why is he not a short fat man in a hat? Why is the hag always on your chest? Like, there's just too many outlying situations where somebody goes, yes, I had an issue with sleep paralysis. Yes, I saw a thing. Oh, and that thing is similar to what everybody else saw. Like, there has to be more to that story.
And why do I always have, like, every time that happens and I do wake up for a period of time after I'm awake, I have, like, all the hairs on my body are standing up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why do we all have that similar feeling of, I was being watched.
Yeah.
Something bad just happened. I narrowly escaped it. And I have a surge of adrenaline right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me how that could be a thing. And all those boxes could be checked in commonalities and it not be something far more than science could dispel.
Yet here we are.
I mean, I hate to feel as though I wasted the audience's time talking about it, but like, where are we at? Like, there is no resolution on this podcast to what's going on except like, hey, I feel you. It happened to both of us.
Entertainment purposes only.
Right. And,
Also, if you're having issues with sleep.
Is there possibly a riptide for that?
Turns out there is.
Go to helixpure.com. Anyway, yeah. So honestly, I would love to hear people sound off in the comments about if they've had experiences with sleep paralysis demons. As we've talked about before, I read a lot of the comments and like, cause dude, when we had Raul in here, like I had fantastic conversations with people and people were telling me some wild stories about their lives. And, the whole purpose of this podcast originally and still is to reach people and like give them a better understanding that like people also go through things and survive things. Life is not always easy, and, you know, allow people to tell a story that they have of something crazy, an outlier story that they survived and saw success on the other side of, right? To inspire people. And we've both had people reach out and go like, dude, I watched this and like, thank you. That changed things for me. And I love that. And when those guests don't show up, it's just two freaking friends talking about things that we talk about when we're driving around doing things with a riptide company.
Yeah.
Show that. Do that thing.
Just make an adjustment.
Yeah. So, anyway, no, this is how we talk, except we say a lot more filthy things to
we
each
have
other.
a lot more bad words. And
Yeah. But we don't want to get shut down.
No. And
or get a community strike.
Yeah.
However, all that being said,
we've got Legal Shield backing us now. So
there it is.
All good. Yeah.
Go to the link below.
So bad.
Shameless self-promotion.
Really shameless.
But no, man, like I enjoy talking this kind of stuff and having fun with it and like kind of sorting out, you know, the weird things in life. And, you know, we're never going to figure it all out, but I love chatting with people in the comment section when they tell us these crazy stories that they've had to go through. And I've sat down and had chats with some really fantastic people that are just feeling very lost in life. And a lot of us are, right? And so I'll chat with them and just be like, hey, like, you know, I'm no expert or anything like that. I'm not a trained mental health provider. Maybe you should reach out to one, but like also, you know, stay positive and like understand that a lot that has to do with life and the things that are going on in life is all in how you frame it and your perspective. But none of those conversations would have been able to happen had people not left comments in the comment section and chatted and like, you know, got to reach out to some really great people, and not even people just in the US. Like I've had conversations with people overseas.
Yeah. I mean, really the comment section, just have fun, be nice to each other. Holy moly. Or don't, or just be yourself and say something terrible, because there's plenty of you guys doing that too. But I mean, ultimately
Instagram.
Yeah. Shame on you, Instagram. Ultimately, I think that part of the social media platform can be very productive.
Yeah.
It can be very helpful. And that is cool because you have indeed been able to connect with some people and help out, just not to be someone that is some kind of an expert in anything, but just a set of ears.
Yeah. Well, and
somebody heard me.
There's,
you know,
this is a crazy time in life where we can do fantastic things. And we can do also really gross things. And like, there's a content creator, I may have mentioned him before, but he's called like Digital Preacher, right?
Oh yeah. He did talk about him.
Yeah. And I believe he has, CP, and this dude makes content where he's just like, hey, hope you don't mind. I'd like to pray for you real quick. And I like watch this dude's videos and like, we'll be like, great job, brother. Love you, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know,
be a source of positive reinforcement.
Right. Because that's what this dude has. Like, he is in a wheelchair and his positivity comes from just saying prayers for people. And like, even if you don't believe in God, like, you gotta love that. Like, you gotta
appreciate someone's conviction to do something positive for other people, even if things are particularly not going well for them, and still projecting positivity like that. That's a different kind of power. That's a really cool thing. That's really cool to see that kind of enthusiasm to be positive no matter what's happening. Yeah.
And that's, you know, why I reached out from my other channel that, you know, not that like I'm ashamed of, you know, Lunatics and Legends saying what's up to this dude. In fact, I might even reach out to him through the channel just to say hi and tell him like, dude, we appreciate what you're doing. Like, that's awesome. Because to me, it's just like, spread some love, man. Like, spread positivity instead of just being negative. There is enough ugly people in this world. We don't need more. And this dude, like I said, he is fully in a wheelchair, and from his videos, you can tell he is struggling to breathe, and he is using those breaths to bring positivity to people. And I love that, dude. I love that so much. And I want more of that in the world. And don't get me wrong. Oh, do I get spun up and want to say some repugnant stuff to people online? And, you know, I fight the urge. I mean, you know, that dude talking about that he hopes that the 8-year-old goes blind. Like, oh, believe me, my ego. I spent a good 45 seconds
Just
writing out like, oh yeah, say that to me. I tell you what, why don't you DM me your phone number, bud? Let's arrange this fight. And I deleted the whole thing, right? Obviously for professional sake. And I was like, dude, you're letting your ego win. Mm-hmm. And when you let your ego win, you're letting this scumbag win. And, you know, obviously, like, I don't even want to talk about that piece of trash on this podcast, also, but we already have. But
that guy forgot that he left that comment 2 minutes later.
Right.
He went on to the next negative, crappy thing to say to somebody else.
And being a horrible, miserable sleazeball.
The sleaziest of balls.
It's how you operate, right?
So it's not how I operate.
The imperial you.
Let's not do that again.
Oh, I hate you so much. But like the point being is that's how they operate, and it doesn't faze them. They're just in a constant state of being pieces of shit. And then all that they do is like bring darkness to light people. They lower everybody's vibes or energy or whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't affect them. Misery loves company. But their whole thing is to be an energy vampire and suck the positivity out of the room and just be trash humans. And, you know, the only way to defeat darkness is with light. I believe that was MLK, but don't quote me on that. But the whole point is like, that's the only way to defeat it. I spent plenty of time being a shithead to people. And I don't want to be there anymore. It's a gross way to live. It leads to a lot of unhappiness and just constantly in conflict and chaos. And I've probably lost years of my life due to living that way for so long. And once I turned it around, I was like, whoa, why have I ever been like that? And there's still, as we discussed yesterday when we were driving around, there's still some hardwired programs in there that I have to fight constantly. But in the same right, like, you know, they served me at one time. They no longer serve me. I got to let go of them. And they're hardwired in there. And, you know, the only thing that I've ever seen that can shift me from being in a negative headspace is doing positive things for other people. And I love that life. So good, big shout out to Digital Preacher. Love you, bud. Like, fantastic work you're doing. Past that, I'm kind of wrapping it. Look at that beautiful hat. Are you tired of big corporations farming you for views? So are we. We're just two poor guys that are trying to put together a podcast. So if you can give us some help by doing a like, share, comment, subscribe, or save, it helps us trend in the algorithms. Thanks.